Hey everyone, I hope all of you are doing great. So this is a new lesson, and in this lesson we are going to learn about chatbots. So until now we have already learned how to send messages, how to receive a message, or how to reply to any message. So now we are going to talk about what is the functionality of a chatbot. So typically chatbot also receives some input and then it sees whether it has answer for that input, and then if answers are available it is going to reply with that answer. Okay, so that is what a typical functionality of a chatbot going to be. So it looks more like a question and answers, right? So you have set of questions which is coming from users, and you see whether you have any matching answer for this question. And if you have the matching answer, you want to reply with that answer. And if there is no answer available, you may want to reply that, sorry, I couldn't understand you, something like that. Okay, so for this, basically what we need is we need set of questions and we need set of answers. So if you go to GitHub, you can see I have uploaded this data which contains 4 columns: question, answer, source and metadata. Now source and metadata, these are 2 columns which you don't need for now, and just question and answer is enough. So basically we need to have a file, a CSV file or any file which should have a question, set of all the questions and set of all the answers. So for example, here you can see there is a question which is called, do you ever get hurt? And the answer for that is, I don't have a body. Now this file which I have is actually a tab delimited file. Okay, so it is tab separated file. If you have a comma separated file, that is fine as well, but just make sure your whatever data you have doesn't contain comma. And also I'm going to give you the link of this file, so if you want to use this file and test it and want to see how it looks like, then you can do that. This file right now has 10,000 questions and answer. I have customized some of the questions and answer, and in the answers I have put the answers which I think will be more relevant to my use case. However, in your use case, you may want to update this file with some questions and answers which you think will be relevant in your user group or your Telegram group. Okay, for example, let's say if your business is or your Telegram group is talking about music, then there is a lot of question going to come about music, and you want to put all those questions and answer in this file, and then you want to create the chatbot. Okay, so this is the code which actually we are going to run, and I just want to cut this code from here, and I want to run this code separately here. So first I can show you how exactly we can read a file from we can read the data from any tab separated file. So here you can see in URL, this is the URL which I have given, and this URL is actually this URL which I just copied and I pasted here. And then we are using pandas data frame. So if you know about pandas data frame, it's going to be excellent. It's very easy for you to understand. And if you are someone who don't know about data frame, so data frame is basically a simple way of handling a structured data. Okay, a data which is having a number of rows or number of columns. So this is how you read the data. So here you are saying you are creating a data frame variable, and you are saying pd dot read CSV and URL. So this is a URL basically which we are giving here. And in separator we are saying it is a tab delimited separator, so that's why we have written /t. Now what I can do is I can do df.head 5, and it is going to print only 5 records from this complete file. So you can see in this file we have 10,000 records or 10,000 rows. Now I'm going to execute it, and let's see how we see the output here. We see very clean output. We can see in question we have all the questions, in answer column we have all the answer, in source we have all the source, and in metadata we have all the metadata. And similarly, if you want to see more number of columns, for example if you want to see 50 records, then you can just replace it to 50, and now you can see you are able to see more number of records here. Okay, so this is how this works, and this is how you read the read any file's data into data frame. So now I'm going to cut it and going to put it back in this code. Okay, so this code is, I'm going to explain this code to you. It is very similar to our previous example. So until here what we are doing is we are just declaring a file, a data frame. Okay, and in data frame we are going to have all the content. Okay, and this base URL is again Telegram's URL, which is going to remain the same. And now if you see in read message, we have not made any changes. Read message is exactly the same function which we have already written. And in send message, again there is slight change which I have made. I'm going to explain it to you in a moment. And now what we need to do is I'm going to create one more function, and that function is going to be called auto answer. I already have that function here, so I'm going to paste that function here, and I'm going to explain it to you what exactly it is doing. So what auto answer will do is it is going to receive one message. Okay, so basically if any Telegram user, so for example, let's say a Telegram user is sending hi or who created you or any such message. So that message is going, we are going to pass to this function, auto answer function, and then this method is going to compare that whatever that message has come, it is going to compare that message with the questions which is available here. Okay, so it is going to compare that with the question, and if it matches, then it is going to give that answer and going to keep that answer in answer variable. Now there can be two possibilities: either there will be answer available or there will not be answer available. Okay, so if the answer is available, then we are going to return whatever the actual answer is, we are going to return that answer. Okay, so that is why we have put this in if condition. So if we are saying if answer is not empty, which means if answer is available, then return the answer. If answer is not available, in that case just return this message, and this message is going to be returned from any place where we are calling this function. Okay, so I'm going to call this function here in read messages. If you see in read messages, earlier we had a for loop, and inside for loop we were doing a comparison of hi, and then we were calling send message. Now we don't need to do this comparison, so I'm going to remove this hi check which we were doing in if statement, and rather than we are just having a for loop, and inside this we are calling send message. Okay, send message function, and we are passing the message which we have received. So now this send message function is actually this function, send message function, which receives a message, and then what it does is it calls auto answer function. Okay, so it goes and finds out if we have any answer available or not, and if the answer is available, in that case it is going to assign that answer to this answer variable which we have which we assign to a key value pair. Okay, so this is how this function has been now updated, and we haven't really made any other changes apart from this. And now if I ask any question which is available in the list of these questions, then it should be able to auto reply. So I'm going to run this, and hopefully if everything is okay, it should be running fine. Okay, so we can see it has started to execute, and right now it is not showing any message because it doesn't have any new message. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write hi and hit enter. Now we can see right now it is saying sorry, I couldn't understand you, I'm still learning and trying to get better in answering. Okay, so probably for this answer is not available. Let's try to ask something else and see if we get the answer. So for example, I'm just going to copy one of the questions from here and going to ask the same question, and let's see if it is able to answer. Unfortunately, it seems that it is not able to answer at the moment. Okay, so there seems to be something wrong. Let me just have a quick check. Okay, so I think here this is supposed to be a function, and I had not put parentheses here. So now I have put parentheses, and this time it should be okay. So I'm just going to execute it again, and let's go ahead and type hi again and see if we receive the answer this time. Okay, so this time we can see we have received hello from this chatbot, and again I'm going to ask some different questions. So let's ask, do you sweat? And I'm not able to copy, so I'll just type it here. Let me type, do you sweat? And it is saying I don't have a body. Okay, which means basically it is able to reply from this list of these questions. So for example, okay, here you can see I had asked it some questions related to who created you and so on. So for example, I'm just going to write this question, who created you, and it should be able to reply. So here you can see it is replying Vikas has created me, and it is telling my YouTube ID or whatever. Okay, so here you can see these are the question and these are the answer which has been written. So it is checking all this question and then it is replying with the matching answer. Okay, and if any of the question is not available, then it is simply saying that right now sorry, I couldn't understand you, something like that. Okay, so here I'm just gonna write something, some gibberish, hit enter, and you can see that it is saying that it is not available. But as soon as I write something which is available, like I write hi, I get the reply hello. If I write hello, I get reply hello. If I write okay, let's see if I get anything. Okay, I get, that's great. Okay, so this is how actually you can create a chatbot. So in your group, if anyone is going to ask any question, in that case, this chatbot is going to immediately respond if it finds a matching question. Okay, so I hope the session was useful, and if you have any query, do let me know. So that's all in this session. See you again in the next lesson.